Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, the old clock says it's 5 o'clock. Beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. We got us an Enjoy By. This is their unfiltered version, Enjoy By February 14th, which is Valentine's Day 2016. But this one is the unfiltered. So they did an unfiltered for this rendition. And right here on the front, bottled on January the 8th of 2016. So I'm doing this on the 6th of February, so it's not quite a month old. It's going to be a couple of days before y'all see it. I'm about a week ahead. So it's not quite a month old in the bottle. Got a lot of stuff here in the bottom of the bottle, which tells me it's unfiltered. But it's all settled down. A lot of the unfiltered stuff is hazy all the way through, unless it's been setting for a long time. So it's a lot of that stuff that's unfiltered, hop fragments and all that, yeast fragments and all that stuff have settled down. So, but we're going to pour it all in there. We're going to get all of that. I'm a big fan of the Enjoy By, guys. I buy a bunch of this every time I get my hands on it and it shows up. Didn't buy quite as much as I normally buy. Bought 2 6-packs of these, and they're black IPA, and this was only available in the little bottles. I didn't see any of the bombers, and the black IPA was only available in the bombers. I didn't see any 12 ounces. So just how distribution works, I don't even know if they put this in a bomber. I'm not even sure. They may have. It may be 12-ounce bottles only, and the black IPA may be bombers only. I'm not sure. That's all that was available when I went to the beer store. Alright, let's get on with this one. This is your typical 9.4%, which most of the Enjoy By IPAs are. Says here, and they do have it classified as the unfiltered version. I'm glad neither one of the sites just categorize it with the rest of them, because this is just a little different. I mean, this has not been filtered. It's got all the junk in the trunk, if you will, in the bottom of the bottle here. It says here on the commercial description, 9.4% before I get into it. IBUs are 90, it says on this one. So, it's a double IPA, guys. 9.4%. It's big beer. It takes a little bit of bittering hops to balance that kind of beer out. That's that big a beer anyway. Commercial description says in most cases, skipping a sip is a bad thing, not this time. This version is Stone Enjoy By IPA omits the part where we filter out the extra yeast, hop sediment, and proteins that built up in beer as a natural result of the brewing process. Though it may sound like it, the misstep was no misstep. By letting this IPA go unfiltered, its peach and tropical fruit hop flavors are amplified, while its golden hue color takes on a hazy appearance. Like its filtered counterpart, this IPA is brewed specifically not to last. I'm not buying into that though. And is shipped immediately to ensure hopheads get their hands on it as soon as possible. Hop varieties: Nugget, Super Galena, Simcoe, Delta, Target, Amarillo, Cascade, Galaxy, Citra, Nelson Sauvignon, Motica, and Helga. A shitload of different hop varieties in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different hops in this beer. So, they should have a lot of shit going on. What do you think? Alright, food pairings for this beer is going to be your typical double IPA food pairings. Cuisines, barbecue, cheeses are your IPA, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar. Your more pungent cheeses, gorgonzola, limburger. And the meat is game grilled meat and salmon glass bar. Snifter, tulip, oversized wine glass. Got my favorite glass again. And it says there can be salad, but don't do it. That's the whole reason they ship this out and want you to have it by this date. Still, guys, this beer is going to it's going to be okay for 3 months. They give a 37-day shelf life on this, but I applaud them for that. I would love to have all my IPAs within that time frame, but it just doesn't happen. When I go to this, I'll tell you a little story. Sometimes I buy beers at the Kroger store down here, especially my go-to beers. And we bought a beer from who was it from? It was Blue Point Brewery. My wife picked up some, and she didn't look at the dates. And she said, I haven't seen this in here before, because she buys a lot of my go-to beers and on the way home from work. And she said, I haven't seen this before, so I picked up a six-pack of this. And we got it here, and it's an IPA, guys. And it was bottled in July of 2015. And this is February of 2016. You reckon that's going to be any good? When I pulled the first one out and looked at it, I went, this beer is 7 months old. And it wasn't there the week before. So that tells you the distribution sucks right off the top. And probably was in another store, or maybe even a beer store, and they shipped it back. Then they just sent it out to Kroger and said, well, there's some suckers will buy it there. And that's what happens. If you don't look at the date on the bottles and you got an IPA in your hands that's 7 freaking months old. Check those dates, guys. Check those dates. I told her, I said, all 6 of them are all yours. So she felt bad. And but I'm not going to drink an IPA that's 7 months old. Just have no desire. I know it's going to be a malt bomb. So check your dates, guys. If you ain't got it, leave it on the damn shelf. Alright, let's get on with this one. I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about, so let's pop the cap on this bad boy. I told her, I said, we may have to stop buying our beers, go-to beers at Kroger's. They're going to set 7-month-old IPAs on the shelf. They can just go themselves. And like I said, this should, once the sediment comes out of the bottom of the bottle, there, that last little bit there, should cloud it up quite a bit. And it did. Very hazy. Very, very hazy. Very untypical of your Enjoy by series beers. They are never this cloudy. So this is the unfiltered version. 12 different hops. I wasn't aware of that. They usually don't tell us, but this particular one, the unfiltered, they told us all the hops that they used in there. Quite a few of them. A lot of them, I mean, I've never heard of Helga and Motueka. That must be a New Zealand or an Australian hop. I'm not sure. Well, about a finger of head, a little less. Let's get a nose on it. Oh wow, that's got a wonderful aroma there. It's still the same beer. They just didn't filter it, guys. They let all that stuff go through. The yeast and the hop sediment and the proteins are all left to go into each individual bottle. And that's why when it sits on the shelf for any length of time, you know, day, week or so, all that stuff settles down. That's why you see all that stuff in the bottom of the bottle when you pick up something like this. You go, wow, look at all that stuff in the bottom. But when you pour it, it all mixes up, and that's what you get. So it's not bad for you. It'll be okay. Don't be scared. Real juicy. A little dankness in there. A lot of tropical fruit notes. Piney, grapefruit, pineapple. All your typical stuff that you normally get in there on your Stoned Enjoy by series beers. Just a little more intense with all those proteins and hop fragments and yeast sediment and all that stuff still left in there. So not going to hurt you. It's just going to add just a little bit more flavor. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Well, let's taste it. I'm dying to. Cheers. Ah, wonderful aroma. All the flavors are just a little more intense with it being unfiltered. little more bang for your buck, if you will. And it saves them a step, so that makes the process of bottling it go a little faster because they ain't got to filter all this stuff. Plus you get a little more taste, a little bit juicier, a little bit more citrusy, a little bit of everything, more everything. So, and a lot of hopheads and a lot of unhopheads, people like unfiltered beers, really enjoy that because it does kick it up a notch or two. As long as they tell us that. If it's a filtered beer and it's got all that junk floating around in it, it's a different story then. Wow. Tangerine, oranges, very citrusy. Mango, tropical fruit notes, citrusy, juiciness. Wow. Delicious. Deliciousness. Well, we'll sip on like we always do. Let her taste it. We'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on about 35-40 minutes or so. Very, very nice. I'm never disappointed by the Enjoy By series. I am. And this was just a tad better. How can it be better than a 10? Can you get 11? All the flavors are just a little bit more enhanced being unfiltered to me, guys. The citrusiness, the juiciness of it's awesome, awesome juiciness. Very nice. Oh, my eyes itching. It's very nice. It is very, very nice. And they've got the bottled on date right on the front in bright yellow letters when you can read it. Not some silly code, or got to go to their website or figure out something. Unlike the sculpin we did yesterday, it wasn't even on the bottle, it wasn't on the 6-pack, it was on the case. Don't buy a lot of case beers, really, really don't. So if you don't buy them by the case from them, you're not going to know how old the beer is. So, very nice, very tasty. Not disappointed here. Glad I bought 2 6-packs. Probably should have bought 4. Oh, wonderful aroma. Final chug. Wow, that's delicious. Might have to go back and pick up some more if there's any left. It's delicious, guys. It's a 10 for me. It's everything you want in a double IPA. The dankness is there, the tropical fruit notes is there, the juiciness, the tangerine, oranges, the grapefruit, the pininess, the mangoes, the tangerine, the oranges, everything is there. It's awesome. It's a hophead lover's delight beer. It's a very tasty double IPA. 100 for me, guys. It's an A beer. It's an A plus beer. So over to Beer Advocate, they say 97 world class. It is world class. It's very delicious. Like I said, I might have to pick up some more if they haven't sold out. This stuff usually flies off the shelf when it shows up. And hopefully once the brewery here in Richmond opens up, we'll be able to get this and we'll get more of it. So it won't fly off the shelf in a day or two. You might be able to go back into the beer store a week or so later and it'll still be there. I'm hoping. We'll see. All right, over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 100 and 99 in the style. So 100, 97, and 100 for me, guys. Exceptional beer. Very well made. Very nice. Love the unfiltered version of this. It's just as tasty, if not more so, than the regular version that is filtered. So if you've had this one from them, the unfiltered version, started enjoyed by February 14th, 2016. Let me know what you think. I loved it. It's delicious. Come on back tomorrow. See you then.